All right. Well, thank you all so much. As Terry had stated, my name is Maddie Burns, and I am the program manager for recruiting, career, and professional development within NMSU's College of Engineering itself. So on the recruiting end, I help recruit juniors and seniors in high school who are interested in STEM or engineering specific fields. And then as well as transfer students who are going to any of our transfer colleges throughout the state of New Mexico, as well as throughout the United States. In addition to that, career development. So when students are in the College of Engineering at New Mexico State University, I assist with resume reviews, mock interviews, helping getting you guys connected to those industry partners, helping you get more information on internships, full-time, part-time positions, anything that's going to help you understand your career pathway and be successful in that sense. And then on the professional development side, I work very closely with industry partners throughout the state of New Mexico so that we can bridge that gap between our career development and our professional development and ensure that you guys are prepared for each of these companies. So with that being said, I'm just going to give you some background information about the College of Engineering at New Mexico State University, and then we can follow up with some questions if you have any. So we'll start with a short video here.
Maddie, this is Kim with MESA, and I can hear music but not see a video.
We know the start to every journey is different. We've been there.
No, not yet.
Okay, give me 1 second.
We've walked a...
It might be because it's on a Mac. I'm not sure. Share computer sound.
Maybe cancel your share screen and then do it again and make sure you click the video optimize button. That's my only tip.
All right. 1 second. And if it doesn't work, we don't have to show the video. That's fine. Were you guys able to see the PowerPoint presentation itself?
No, it just shows as a black screen right now, Maddie.
All right. Sorry for the technical difficulties. Give me just a few minutes here.
We are all very familiar with that. No worry.
In the meantime, if you guys have any questions, feel free to put those in the chat box while I figure this out.
Hi, Logan. I see you put a question in the chat box. Do we have to meet certain expectations? Can you explain what you mean? Maybe Terry can identify what's up.
Logan, do you mean like to enter NMSU? Gotcha. So in a little bit, Maddie will tell us about what are the requirements in order to be able to qualify. But that is a great question. So keep them coming, guys. Let us know what other questions, and That way we make sure that we answer them throughout the presentation.
And I'm trying to re-download this presentation, so it's going to take just a few more minutes here. I apologize.
No worries, because it gives us a chance. There's still a few more people coming into the waiting room. So as you guys are joining us, Maddie Burns from the College of Engineering at NMSU will be doing a presentation. She's getting it set up right now, so give her a few minutes to start the presentation. But in the meantime, while we're waiting, if you guys have any questions about NMSU or their engineering programs that they have, you guys can write them in the chat so that we make sure that by the end of the presentation, we have answered every question possible.
The video. Okay, can you guys see a YouTube screen?
Not yet. I still see the black screen.
This is so weird. I don't know.
Could you maybe post it in the chat, Maddie, and one of us could play it?
Yeah, let me share this PowerPoint with you and you can maybe pull it up on your side. Give me 1 second again.
Thank you.
I posted the PowerPoint as well as the YouTube video. So hopefully you'll be able to pull up the PowerPoint.
Okay, I have stuff coming up. Give me just a second.
We know the start to every journey is different. We've been there. We've worked the fields. We've walked to school. We've stared up at the stars. We've stressed the final and forgot the homework. We studied and studied and studied some more. Sure, we stumbled and lost our way. We're all on a journey together. We are thousands of dreamers and doers, all here for a collective purpose. We are 900 acres in the desert, forever protected as a land-grant university. We are going.
Terry, this is Kim, and I think it froze at the end of your video.
Is Terry having technical difficulties now?
Maddie, I think she might be, let me see if I can pull up your presentation. I know this is a lot of technical mayhem, but I think I'm sharing it right now.
You are.
I am so sorry, guys. It was playing and all of a sudden it just disconnected.
No problem.
We're all having these technical difficulties today. Sorry.
No problem.
I've got you, Maddie. So just tell me when to go to next slide.
All right. Well, we'll just go ahead and skip the video since that was it was taking a while. So go ahead and go to slide 3, please. All right. So, I mean, most of you obviously are from the state of New Mexico. This is just going to kind of show you where New Mexico is located. And we are in the southern region here in Las Cruces. Next slide.
This is Kim. I'm trying to next slide.
No problem.
I don't think I'm going to be a winner with it either.
How weird. Okay. I don't know what's going on today. Sorry, guys. We apologize for the technical difficulties going on.
This is Kim. I think I have it back up on your 4th slide.
Recording in progress.
Hey.
Go ahead and go to the next slide. Slide 4. So one more up. There we go. All right. And then if you can share the presentation format, please. And it should be down at the bottom next to like the Zoom screen. There you go. All right. I'll try this again. So
I don't think it's going to do a full screen.
Undergraduate degree programs. We have 13 undergraduate degree programs within the College of Engineering. So those would include aerospace engineering, chemical and materials engineering, civil engineering, electrical and computer engineering, physics. We have a variety of engineering technology degree programs. That is more of an applied engineering degree. So you're going to be the one who's actually if you're doing engineering technology mechanical, you would be the one who is building these projects, whereas mechanical engineering is more theoretical, where you are designing the theory behind a car or a robot. And those who are in engineering technology actually design and build those materials or projects. Industrial engineering, and then we have mechanical engineering as well. You can get a dual undergraduate bachelor's degree in both aerospace and mechanical engineering by taking an additional 18 credit hours. So that's pretty cool. Next slide, please. So student services within the College of Engineering specifically. So we have recently renovated the Eloy Torres Family Learning Communities. This is a place specifically for our engineering students. You can get tutoring in more than 60 engineering related courses. You can utilize this space for student collaboration, use all of the private study rooms that we have available there. In addition to that, we do provide career development and guest speakers here. So as I had mentioned before, any of your industry partners that you might be doing mock interviews with or resume reviews, helping you land those internships, that's where we would do and host most of these career development opportunities. In addition to that, we might do different workshops to kind of help get you prepared for success, not only in the classroom with studying, but once you are complete with your degree as well. In addition to that, we do have our Aggie Innovation Space and our Aggie Innovation Shop. So the shop is also newly renovated with brand new CNC machines. They're all the same, state of the art, which is great. Our Aggie Innovation Space is a maker space. We also have, professionals come in and use this maker space as well. Here you may find our 3D laser printers, and in addition to that, CNC machines here as well. You can also utilize Studio G, which is a business incubator and accelerator. So students who are interested in engineering, but are also interested in entrepreneurship can use this Studio G service as well. And then if you do come to NMSU and you are in the engineering field, I highly recommend that you come check out the STEM Studio. So this is going to be held under Claire Wells. She's the program manager for STEM Outreach, but it's K through 12 STEM Outreach programs. They have Lego walls in there. They build robotics, all the above they are there to assist with. Next slide, please. And so this is supposed to be kind of showing you, this is supposed to be in like presentation format so that the pictures kind of pop up. But here you can see we have Pistol Pete. He is our mascot. In addition to that, if we'll go to the next slide, you can see White Sands. So a lot of our students go out to White Sands. It's about 15 minutes away from Las Cruces. Great place to hang out with your friends. Next slide. We have over 100 student organizations, professional associations, and academic societies. This picture is a picture of the Atomic Aggies that we have. So they are actually a student organization that designs, builds, and flies rocket ships, and then they go out and test these at the competitions annually. And we actually won first place about 2 years ago in this competition. Next slide, please. Here you'll be able to see Concrete Canoe. These students actually made a canoe out of concrete, and then you have to compete in a competition where you can prove that your concrete canoe doesn't sink, and they did just that. This is actually this is shown in our engineering complex 3, which is the civil engineering hall. It's huge, and I didn't even expect it to be that big, but it's pretty big. Next slide, please. So here, just another example of our student organizations. This is Mini Baja. Students, a lot of mechanical engineering and electrical engineering students get involved with this. Mini Baja, you design and build a Mini Baja, go out and actually race these on the tracks. So that is another cool feature. And they use the Aggie Innovation Shop to work and design these miniature automobiles. Next slide, please. And then just kind of a fun fact, about 40% of our Aggie Pride Band is made up of engineers. So if you're interested in band and also interested in engineering, I'd recommend trying out for our Aggie Pride Band. Next slide, please. Here's another example of one of our student organizations, and this is Aggies Without Limits. So students who are involved with Aggies Without Limits go internationally to help build and further develop the infrastructure throughout the world, helping others and assisting with water, filtration, purifying, that sort of thing. Next slide, please. And these are just a couple of our social media handles. So if you're interested in learning more or following NMSU's College of Engineering, I recommend you go out here. So we have my email address provided. We have our website. We do have a TikTok and Instagram, as well as our Facebook. And that concludes the College of Engineering specifically. I know that we had a question about like specific recommendations, specific courses or guidelines that you might have to take or go through a checklist before coming to the College of Engineering. As far as being admitted, it's an either or school. So you have to have a 2.5 GPA or have a specific ACT score. And I believe that's a 26 on your ACT score to be enrolled. We do self-reporting. So students would self-report these. They don't necessarily have to send in their transcripts or their ACT scores to prove this. We go based on kind of like the honor system as far as that goes. But if you meet one of those requirements, then you are automatically admitted into the NMSU. And we don't have any specific requirements for the College of Engineering. Once you're admitted into NMSU, you would be free to choose any degree program that you're interested in. As far as scholarships go, I highly recommend filling out your Scholar Dollars application. This is an application that you fill out every year, and it connects you to every single scholarship that you would be eligible for. So whether that's based on a minority status, educational status, or your specific degree programs, it'll match you with all of these scholarships, and they will accumulate into your scholarship fund. Are there any other specific questions regarding the College of Engineering, our degree programs, any other specifics about New Mexico State University and how you would go about applying?
This is Kim. I saw a past question a little earlier when we were working on technology, I think from Logan, about sports at NMSU. Could you address the teams maybe?
Yeah, so we are a Division I program at New Mexico State University. So those Division I sports would include football, men and women's basketball. We have women's soccer. We have women's volleyball, women's swim and dive. I didn't swim for New Mexico State University, but I swam for the University of New Mexico as a Division I athlete. So that is another great athletics program as well. We have men and women's track and field. We have men and women's golf. That pretty much sums up our sports for Division I specifics. Any other questions regarding New Mexico State or engineering? And I'll give you guys just a few minutes there. So another one of our degree, or not degree programs, but one of our unique aspects of New Mexico State University within the College of Engineering, we do have a few NSF grants that we are connected to. One of those is STEM Core, and that is, we are specifically the Step 2NL cohort. We have that grant for 3 to 5 years, and I help coordinate this grant where students come in. We want to get them prepared for their math courses, and then we help them land internships at national laboratories. so that the ideal goal would be you get these internships with these national laboratories. And then in the end, after you get your degree, then you would be essentially working for these national laboratories at a full-time position. Another one of our NSF grants that we are involved with is known as the E3 initiative. And that includes 3 different tracks. So one is an entrepreneurship track, the other is a certificate track, and the third one is creating a project. So the project would kind of give you a lot more like a resume boost for any kind of research opportunities you might be looking for. Certification track is great because employer partners are always looking for what's going to set an individual aside from other people, what's going to set them apart. And having specific certifications, whether that be like in CAD or, Microsoft or Python, those specific certifications are going to help set you apart and make you kind of more of a viable potential employee. So the certification track is great as well. For both of these grants, you do get stipends per semester, and it's a great way of helping develop your career skills, as well as developing your resume and getting more information and more experience before you hit that career force. And I'll check the chat box here. I still don't see any other questions. Terry or Kim, do you guys have any additional questions that might help spark some stuff for the kids?
So, Maddie, this is Terry. If they wanted to take a tour of the university and talk to somebody regarding the engineering program, who would they go and reach out to?
So they can connect directly with me, and my contact information I can send their way as well to Terry and Anita, who have set this up. But yeah, you can directly go through me. And then if you're looking to set up a tour specifically with New Mexico State University, you can go through admissions to set that up. And they do have an option that after you kind of tour the facilities and get more information about NMSU in general, to go visit one of the, to visit specific colleges that you would be interested in. So if you're interested in engineering, you can set up a time to visit with the College of Engineering specifically and tour those facilities. If you're interested in arts and sciences, they do that as well.
Awesome. And one more question, Maddie. Are you guys running any summer programs that the middle school or high school students could participate so that they can start getting more familiar with NMSU engineering?
Definitely. So we do have Best Robotics that happens in the fall. So this has just passed. We do have New Mexico Prep. So that is going to happen in the summer. Claire Wells and Mario Garcia are the points of contact for that. But I can pass along that information to you guys as well. So if you would like to reach out and be part of Prep, I highly encourage that. In addition to that, we have the Governor's STEM Challenge. So I am the showcase coordinator for the Governor's STEM Challenge this year and last year as well. So if you're interested for potentially getting involved with the Governor's STEM Challenge next year, I would be the best point of contact for that. And once again, after this presentation, I can send all the contact information out to students as well as this presentation. So if you guys want to go back and actually look at the presentation, you can, and hopefully it'll work on your end.
Thank you so much. We do have a question from Caitlin in the chat that asks, what is your favorite aspect of NMSU? What is unique about NMSU engineering that sets it apart from other colleges? And then there's a following question after that.
All right, so my favorite aspect about the for NMSU, I think it is big enough, but not too small. So you're going to be able to have that one-on-one time with your professors, but you're not going to get lost in the crowd. In addition to that, it's big enough because there's plenty of stuff to do in Las Cruces. The city of Las Cruces is beautiful. So you're going to have more than just time to spend on campus, lots of hiking trails, lots of great food, lots of art in this area. So those are my favorite things about NMSU. As far as setting it apart from other colleges, we are very student-centric. We focus on getting our students prepared for the real world. So it's not specifically just worried about getting you your degree. We want you to get your degree, but we want to help you prepare for those internships. We want to help you prepare for those full-time positions. And with that being said, we really hone in on those resume reviews, those mock interviews, helping you guys get involved with industry partners through networking, as well as our career fairs. So that, I think that would definitely set us apart from other colleges throughout the state, as well as throughout our country. And then I did see the question about I believe electrical or computer engineering designing. Yes, so we have an electrical and computer engineering degree. In addition to that, we have the engineering technology degree program for electrical and computer engineering. So that would be more specific to building computers, applying those theories, fixing any kind of electrical problems that computers might have. And then the electrical and computer engineering degree program itself would be more fixed on the theory behind that engineering degree field. Great questions, though. So I'll give you just maybe a few more minutes here in case you think of something else. And you can also unmute yourself if you'd like to ask a question online.
Is there an application fee?
There is. I believe it's a $25 application fee. And I also believe that New Mexico State University's admissions office is going to be at the career fair tonight. So they're going to have specific information on how to apply, where you apply, and what the process and steps are in applying for NMSU in general. So I highly recommend that you guys go to that career fair tonight and stop by that virtual booth for more information on applications and admission. And then there's what student services does NMSU's engineering college offer for student success? So just going back previously, we have several student services and resources that we provide. For career development, I specifically work with our Office of Experiential Learning, and they are involved and in charge of career services for New Mexico State University in general. And then I hone that down to the College of Engineering. So getting you guys registered in Handshake, which is an online platform that we use at NMSU, and getting you connected to those industry partners who come to our biannual career fairs. So one happens in September, and the other one, Career Connections, happens in February. So getting you registered for those so that you can network with those industry partners. In addition to that, specifically, I hold individual mock interviews and resume reviews to help get you prepared for those career fairs, or if you have any kind of interviews for internships or part-time, full-time positions. In addition to that, we do have our learning communities. So that is a specific tutoring space for engineering students, as well as holding any kind of industry partner workshops or mock interviews or mock resume reviews, that sort of thing. We have our Aggie Innovation space and shop, so that's a maker space for you as well. So you can utilize those resources to help prepare you for your degrees. There is a question about on-campus dorms. Yes, there are on-campus dorms, and there's a variety to choose from. There's not necessarily rent for dorms. I think it's just you pay per semester, but that's going to be a question that you might have to ask NMSU's admissions tonight at the career fair. And then the acceptance rate For the College of Engineering specifically, because we do our self-reporting, we have an acceptance rate of 95% from those who apply to those who are admitted. So for the variety of dorms, if you go to, I believe it's housing.nmsu.edu, you'll be able to find the range of dorms that they have offered. And I'm sure that NMSU's admissions will be able to provide that information as well tonight.
So tonight when we have the college fair, you can definitely go in and talk to the admissions, and they'll give you more detail in general about the university. So does anybody have any other questions for Maddie? You can unmute or you can type them in the chat.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Can y'all hear me?
Go ahead,
yes,
Josh.
we can.
Oh, okay, sorry. Hi, my name's Josh Rashanik, and I'm an admissions advisor at New Mexico State University. So yay, thank you, Maddie, for presenting on College of Engineering. I've kind of been sitting in, I'm in another meeting right now, so I haven't been able to hear everything, but I did want to stop by and make sure everyone knew that I will be at the college fair this evening. So I heard some questions about student housing and stuff like that. I'd be happy to talk with y'all more detail about that tonight at the college fair. But yeah, that's all I wanted to mention. I'll leave my contact information in the chat. But thank y'all.
Thank you, Josh.
Thank you so much, Josh. So tonight is the college fair at 6 p.m. in the Gather platform. It's a really neat platform. You get to walk around and be a little bit more interactive and actually walk virtually from booth to booth. So it's going to be very exciting. Maddie just put her contact information on the website and Josh and on the chat, and so did Josh. So if you guys have any more questions that you want to ask them specifically, feel free to email them at any time or contact your regional coordinators, and we can provide additional information on how to reach them. Okay. Any final questions for Maddie? No. So,
all right. Well, thank you guys so much. And I really appreciate your time and patience. And I apologize that the presentation wasn't working and we were having all those technical difficulties. Doesn't look like my camera wanted to work either. So I'm so sorry, but hopefully it'll be better next time. And I hope you guys have a good experience at the career fair with the virtual platform.
Thank you so much, Maddie. We really do appreciate it.